another attempt at this video because the dueling network likes to kick me for inactivity when I'm really doing a video. Fucking hate. I sometimes hate this site, but oh well. Can't really blame it. Anyways, 1 Gravekeeper's Assailant, 1 Chief, and I run Chief because he gets unaffected by Necro Valley, and the graveyard gets unaffected by Necro Valley, which makes it really good. And it shuts down it shuts down your opponent, so you can't do anything, but you get every plus. So yeah, works really good. 2 or 3 Commandant, because Commandant is probably the best card in this deck because you can search out Necro Valley. I don't really like running Terraforming; it's not that great. Descendant, it's super good with Recruiter and Spy. I've noticed, because with Spy, if it's a dead Spy, like you have 2 options, like get a destruction to get a plus off. You can get like an XZ summon, but other than that, nothing else really to do. You mainly want to go for shutting down your opponent and like killing their graveyard. So yeah, 1 Gravekeeper's Guard, because this deck is a little bit anti-meta. We need that stuff in there, but don't run too much of it. 3 Gravekeeper's Recruiter. I think that 3 is really good because it's kind of standard, standard Gravekeeper's Recruiter. 3 Spirit Soldier. I run Spirit Soldier because he becomes a 2500 beater with Wonder One and Neck Valley, and he's really easy to get over, like face downs, and in mirror matches he's even better because he can get over spies with a secondary Wonder Wand and whatnot, and makes the deck alive. So yeah, 3 Spy standard. 3 Gravekeeper's Visionary, and this card is really good. I've got this card to like 5,000 attack, and 2 of these on the field at that time. And once you can go for like 10,000 damage when you get this guy out. It's fucking crazy. This deck relies on getting beaters out and OTKing. So yeah, that's why I run mono Gravekeepers. So yeah. 1 Malefic Stardust Dragon. I think that this card is so underused because when you run this card, you have like really no other option into like going into something like this. If you have like no monsters in your hand and then this is the only one, you could just fucking banish the Stardust and get this guy out. No biggie. Allure of Darkness, because you run a lot of darks. The only darks you don't run are the Commandants. 1 book for this guy and this guy. Dark Hole, just to clear the field. Standard. 2 Stel. I think that 2 Stel is standard for this deck because you're running 22 monsters. I say that a lot. 1 Mind Control, 1 Monster Reborn, and 3 Necro Valley. Standard. 2 Royal Tribute. Standard, because you're running 22 monsters. That doesn't affect the fact that you're running these guys. With this card, you have an all monster hand, you can get this guy up to like 5k. So yeah, be wary of using this card because you're gonna use it a lot, especially against Dark Worlds. 3 Wonder Wand, because Wonder Wand's a beast and it's super good. 2 Depriz, because again this deck is anti-meta and it goes way against, like I can't remember the card that I used before. I think I used, what was it? Oh yeah, I know what it was. I started using Treacherous Trap Hole, and then I took him out for 2 Pot of Dualities instead of a Starlight Road. But the thing is with that is, like, with Pot of Duality, you special summon a lot with this deck, and a lot. Well, you not necessarily, because you're getting this guy out, you're getting this guy out. You're doing so much with this deck. Like, you can't really you win with monster effects. You can't really let Pot of Duality slow you down just for a search. And then with Treacherous Trap Hole, you don't really need it because you really need your monsters out. So yeah. Onto the extra, 2 Stardust, 2 Abyss Dweller, because you're relying on shutting down your opponent's graveyard. I think that's key in this deck because you're running 3 Necro Valley. Kind of simple. Alchemic Magician. Now, people wonder why I run this card. It's because it sets a spell from your deck. And this gets a Book of Moon. This gets another Stel. Gets a random spell card. Just any of them. Like, you can get a Wonder Wand and have it like set face down, and then just on your next turn get a Wonder Wand if they don't MST it, and then get a Recruiter play. So really, you don't even have to search for these. So yeah, 1 Cowboy for game burn. Yeah, 2 Heretic Sun Dragons. I think that's key in this deck because you're running so much monster control. So yeah, 1 Maestroke because it really if you have no other options, another book's pretty good. 1 Shockmaster, 1 Zombie Stein. I think that this guy's super good, and when he comes out, this deck is going to be like meta with him, because not only will you be getting your monster effects, you'll be getting another card for another Visionary. So if you're running if you have a Malefic Stardust and a Visionary out, you can probably, and you have a second Visionary out, then you could probably go for Franken and then swing for game. 1 Utopia, standard. 1 Papal, standard. 1 Roach, because Chaos Dragons kind of fuck this deck up, but it doesn't really matter. And 1 Zenmeister. I am working currently on side deck and everything, so yeah. I think the side deck is pretty essential for this deck, even though I don't have it complete yet. So yeah, I was going to do playtests on this deck, but it doesn't really seem like it's worth it. I already know that this deck's basically really good because it's been going undefeated ever since I started playing it. So yeah, that was it, YouTube. I'll see you guys later.